We were talking about Pharaoh, and we were talking about God choosing between Pharaoh, how he chose to use Pharaoh, and I told you this right here. God reveals his attributes through those he chooses, then he calls them. That's what he did right here. God purposely made a choice between Jacob and Esau. He could have chosen both of them, friends, if he wanted to. He could have rejected both of them if he wanted to. But he determined for his own purpose to elect Jacob. We see that. Then the next step right here is that God chose to show his attributes through those whom he chose not to call. And then God turned around and gave us an example of Pharaoh. You said that ain't right. Then I want to bring you here and say what said the scriptures. The scripture says, listen folks, listen very carefully. The Lord. What did the Lord do? He made all things for himself. Who did that? God did that. God made all for himself. Did he make it for you? No, friend. God made nothing for you. God made all for himself. The same thing he said over in Romans 9. Don't stop there though. Listen to God. Yes! Because God knows there are people right now asking about the devil, asking about demons, asking about sinners, asking about those who are going to hell. Oh, God didn't make anybody to go to hell. Then you better take this out of the book. Take Romans 9, 10, 11 out of the book. And take all kind of other verses out of the book. Why? Because it says the exact same thing here. Yes, he did. Even the wicked. Then why did you make the wicked? Why did God make the wicked? Why did God make sinners and demons? Why did you do that, God? What's the answer, folks? What's the answer? Judgment, just judgment, and wrath. You see that? That's why he made them. You say, I can't believe God would do such a thing. Then you got the wrong God. That's the problem. You see, you got to go back up to this verse up here, to this entire passage. You see, he lays it out for you before he slams you with what he's actually doing. He's saying, hey, look, you're over here, you're making preparations for something. But God says, no, that I'm the only one who has the final determination. You can plan all you want to go to heaven. But who says you can go? The answer comes from God. Can your tongue just confess that Jesus is Lord? No, man. No one can say that according to the book, but by the Spirit. What Spirit? That Spirit happens to be the Lord. You can't confess anything, friends. It's the Spirit that confesses inside of you. Folks, he's talking salvation. Then he goes on and he gets in more details. You think you're okay. You think you're not as bad as you really are. You think God is less holy than he really is. You see, that's the way you see things, through your own eyes. And that's the way you're reading the scriptures. You're reading the scriptures like a human, instead of reading the scriptures like God wrote it, as if it was directly from him, about and to himself. Because that's what it is. But when you start reading it from your own heart, with your own eyes, using your own thoughts, then you're never going to be established in the Lord's thoughts. You're not going to think like he thinks. How does God think? God thinks and knows that the Lord made all things for himself. Yes, even the wicked for the day of doom. But why would God do that? Everyone in proud of heart is an abomination to the Lord. What in the world does that have to do with heaven and hell? Are you kidding me? Just right here. It's pride. Where'd that come from? The first person that had it was him. And everybody that has it after him is his children, his offspring. The demons, fallen angels, and then the humans. Why? Because the original proud look came from Satan. Though they join forces. Who join forces? People. What do the people do? They plot. Then you got the demons. What do the demons do? They set a defense to try to hold ground. Then you have the chief demons. What do? They take counsel. Folks, look, this is Psalms 2. That's Psalms 2. When you put all these verses together, you have to look at it from the way God look at it. If you just read this without what I just showed you, you know how you're going to read it? Every proud heart, you're going to think a human. You're not going to think big picture. You're going to think about the small little section. And not only are you going to think human, you're going to think certain humans, because you don't even believe that every human is born proud. And that's exactly what the book teaches. The book teaches that every human born into this world is born with a proud heart, and they are all an abomination to the Lord. There's none righteous. No, not one. Why they're not righteous? Because the rascals got a proud heart. Where did they get that from? They got it from their father. No, my father's God. No, God don't have a proud heart. Friend, you were not born a child of God. You were born a child of Satan. You say, oh, Kevin, not me. Hey, are you calling God a liar? I'll be careful with that if I was you. Do they join forces? Listen to God after what he just said. The Lord made all things for himself. And if you're wondering, did God make the demons for himself? Yes. Did God make Satan for himself? Yes. Did God make sinners for himself? Yes. Then what in the world did he do that for? They are all wicked. He made them for the day of doom. Who said that, Kevin? No, man, I didn't say that. God said that. So I can't believe that. So what? It's still written in the book. It's still there. Even after you turn the channel. When you come back, verse 4 is still going to be there. I might not be here, but verse 4 is still going to be there. And you're going to be sitting there rubbing your eyes saying, that can't be right. Yes, it is right. See, that's what God is talking about. All the ways a man appear in his own eyes. Whose eyes are you looking through? Your own? If you look through your eyes, then yes, this is a problem. Folks, this is a problem to humans. It's a problem for Kevin. If you think, when I first read that, I'm like, how is that even possible? And why would you do that, God? Then I kept reading, and I realized, oh, snap. It's not God. It's us. All right.